Hello, I'm Superlooping again today, and I've got a new guest with me, so let me hand you over so he can introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Alex Warner. I'm the owner of Great Scenic Journeys and run a consultancy in the transport industry.
Okay, thanks Alex. So, when were you last on a bus? And tell us what that journey was like. Where did you go?
Well, I wonder whether this counts. I was actually on a coach 2 days ago. I caught a megabus from Portsmouth to Southampton, and it was a really, really great experience. I really enjoyed it. And I go on buses every day. Really, it's part of my life.
Okay, Alex. Slightly different kind of question here. What's the daftest thing you've ever seen either on or from a bus?
Well, actually, I've got a couple of examples, actually, Claire. And you asked whether I go on buses. Well, I spent the whole of last weekend out on buses. I was actually doing mystery shopping customer service reviews on the Breezer buses, which are in Dorset, run by Go Ahead. And then I went on the New Forest tours, also run by Go Ahead. And I saw a couple of really interesting things. And, well, the first thing was the bus on the Purbeck Breezer 50 stopped, and we had to wait for a ferry to come across the sea, and the bus got on the ferry and took us over to the other side of Sandbanks, over to Studland and onto Swanage, and it's just surreal, us waiting for this ferry to come over, the bus mounting the ferry, customers were getting out taking photos, and then we got the other side and the scenery was lovely. We actually went straight through a nudist bay, which I was looking out the signage when we got the other side of the bus. And then the very next day on the New Forest tours we went through the village of Burley. And Burley's not a really remote village, it's like a normal village. It's a bit like where, your office used to be, and I live in Shepperton. It's fairly built up. And literally the bus stopped because there was two different groups of ponies just standing around in different parts of the middle of the street. It brought the whole bus to a standstill. Another example was a couple of years ago or so, I was on a bus in the West Midlands, and I don't like it when people play music, but someone's phone rang and it played the Venga Boys, we're going to Ibiza. And people were laughing so much, this lady got someone to keep phoning her, and people on the bus were actually getting up and doing a jig and a dance to it. And as the bus went through Wednesbury, and I thought it was a great community. And what was great was different people of different sort of gender, demographics, different types of customers were all really enjoying this and getting up and dancing and singing along.
So, you've obviously been on lots and lots and lots of buses. So, can I get you to describe the most beautiful journey you've ever been on a bus? What was it about it?
Well, when we set up Great Scenic Journeys, we review all the journeys on our website. We've got like about 250 now. So my life is literally spent on buses. And I can't answer that question about the most scenic journey, because every time I go on a great journey, I come back and say that is the best until the next one turns up. I'll give you a few more highlights. I went and spent a few days in Jersey recently on the Liberty bus. And every route there was stunning beyond belief. The number 14 open top along the bay to St Helier from the west of the island was absolutely beautiful. Another favourite was the 599 Bowness to Grasmere, and then you've got Blazefield's 840, 843 that go to Whitby and Scarborough, all the way from Leeds to Scarborough and also to Whitby for only £2. And this is just amazing. It goes off the North Yorkshire Wales, the 840.
And you end up in Barbados eating the best fish and chips in the world.
And watching county cricket, as I was a couple of weeks ago.
As Welsh people not keen on cricket.
But there literally is some just unbelievable Atlantic coast to Atlantic coast to Purbeck Breezer. Are just amazing. And sometimes actually, and this might sound a bit weird, but I actually feel quite emotional when I travel on these buses. And it's weird because you have the stress in life and work, and I don't suffer from stress, but I get worked up about work a lot, and I'm never more at peace and happy in my life than when I'm on a bus with a packet sweet to Canico on a scenic journey, and it's actually quite cathartic, the wrong phrase, it's actually quite poignant. And then when I do that, I think I want to retire in 2 years' time at 55 and just spend my life doing customer service reviews on scenic journeys. But it's a great antidote, is that the word, to people that might be feeling a bit low, that might not be getting out enough. Spend half a day on a scenic bus route, and I think it'll change your life.
Okay, Alex, what's the most personally uplifting loveliest experience you've ever had on a bus?
I think this sounds a little bit generic, but it's the bus drivers. I've come across some just fantastic drivers, and you know, there was the experience on the services running shorter buses last year. We were reviewing it. It was the coaster. I think it was number 12 that went to Bridlington, Farley and Bridlington, and the driver was amazing. You know, he was giving eye contact to every customer. He was asking how they were. He was personally recognising them. He was then shouting up the stairs, telling us a bit about the journey, how long it would last, the scenery. And then when we got off, he thanked every customer. He called me sir when I got off, and he even shook a few customers by the hand. He was just amazing. And we find that those drivers in that company are fantastic, as they are in many, particularly the Transnet Blazefield drivers, incredible as well. But they kind of merges into one, because I see so many brilliant instances of drivers, particularly on some of the open top services. We've on the Exmoor coaster, they stop the bus at nice places. The driver comes up the stairs and tells people on the left over here, and there's a story over there, and there's ghosts and goonies over here, and don't get scared. And they act like, it's a bit like sort of Scooby-Doo, you know, like the drivers are like part protagonist characters in the adventure. We're all in it together, we don't know what's going to come around the corner. Drivers are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I'm really surprised, because we do a lot of delight the customer training for the drivers, and sometimes we get to the end of the course and I think, why have I just trained you? You could train me, because they're so passionate, enthusiastic, and we turn the training course into them developing a plan to get more bums on seats. So it's really great. We've got some phenomenal drivers.
Okay, wishful thinking now. If you could take a magic bus and have it take you anywhere in the world that you wanted to go, where would you get it to go and why?
I love the UK, and I'm not really into overseas travel. I love going to Ireland as well. So I think for me it's a mixture of two things. I love buses on routes that people say are quite boring. So I like going around routes around, you know, little country villages, around housing estates. I love looking out the window and seeing people get on their everyday lives like we all do. I love seeing cats, you know, standing on top, sitting on tops of garages or people's front rooms. So I think a tour of sort of residential areas in the UK, but it ends up in Scotland. And you know, I once went to Oban and Malay on the train, and the scene was just so poignant, breathtaking, and deeply emotional, great ambience. And I'm sure there are loads of great routes, Scottish City Link and all the West Coast coasts. I think it is in McGill's run around there. And there's so much quicker planned in itinerary that will take me on a magic bus round Oban, Malay, the Orkney Islands, the depths of Scotland. Where people like me that don't drive a car and are unadventurous can go and let the bus take us straight. But it's got to go first round the housing estates in England to get there.